Good evening, and welcome to tonight's matchup between the Greater Latrobe Wildcats and the Gateway Gators. On Friday, the boys won their first section game of the season, 66-63, at Penn-Trafford, and are looking to make it 2 in a row tonight against the Gators. But before tonight's matchup, I caught up with head coach Brad Wetzel about the team's performance on Friday against Penn-Trafford and ahead to tonight's matchup against the Gators. Coach, when looking back on Friday's win at Penn-Trafford, going on the road has to feel pretty good. But what were some of the takeaways from that game?
Well, I think to your first point, getting a win in this section on the road is extremely invaluable and an asset we just can't mess up by not getting one at home we should get. And I just think this section's so difficult. Every night the margins are razor thin. I thought my takeaways from that was a system win, not exactly flawless, a lot of mistakes, but the effort was there, the speed was there, and it was enough to get that W. So I'm proud of the guys.
When I see you guys play, the intensity and effort is always there, and it kind of translates to your speed. What sticks out about that intensity and effort that you guys have on the court?
Well, it's absolutely necessary. It's imperative that we have it, and it's hard to bring that every day. And so every once in a while, when we don't, it becomes very, very obvious why we must play with it. And so even if it's just for a minute or two out on the game night, you can see a lessening of that intensity. We suffer greatly. So it's very difficult to ask these guys to do that, but it's the way I think that we need to play to win. And at Penn-Trafford, I thought more than not we had that intensity, and it generated speed and a flow to the game where everybody can contribute. Some guys don't contribute nearly as well when the speed isn't where it needs to be.
When you look at your team from top to bottom, it's not a really tall team. As Alex Tash, Landon, and Max Butler, they lead the way in terms of your size. But in terms of not having the size, do you think the speed makes up for it?
Well, it has to. We don't have a true center, and the way we play is 90 feet. And if the other team gets their way and gets to slow us down and pin us down and make us play just in the half court, it's not to our advantage.
When you look back at the Penn-Trafford game, a lot of confident takes to the rim. And after the game against Franklin Regional where shots weren't falling, that certainly has to feel pretty good in terms of getting those easy chances.
Well, I just think there's no such thing as an easy one. They're all tough, it seems like. But you're right, the confidence was one thing. You take the ball to the basket with confidence, good things happen. A lot of times you get up to the charity stripe. Other times you finish your layups. But a lot of that had to do with the fact that we had an open floor mentality, and we were moving in the open floor and weren't getting stymied into a half-court game. So, I think they all kind of added up to a night where we could actually get the offensive generated the way we like.
The Gateway Gators come to town tonight, and it's going to be another tough matchup, tough section matchup. Your thoughts ahead of that match? Well,
they're a terrific basketball team. I mean, they're undefeated for a reason. I don't think that they're going to fight the pace so much. I just feel they feel they're superior enough that they can play any pace, any style. So hopefully we'll be able to generate the type of game pace that we need, and at the end of the day, just outwork them.
Coach Wetzel, thank you.
You got it.